the entity, if they want to show themselves or not.
Mhm. Now, I've, like I said, watched the shows on TV, the investigative ones, and, sometimes these entities are not nice people. Have you run into that?
Oh, yes, yeah. We've had rocks thrown at us. We've had people scratched. We've had people pushed. We've gotten physically ill to where we've had to leave and step out.
Wow.
We've had a couple of things going on with that.
And that doesn't turn you off from going and keep doing that?
Oh, no, not at all.
Does it scare you at the time?
No. I can't honestly say I don't think I've really ever been scared on one yet. I'm sure my time will come.
Yeah.
If anything, I get more defensive because if it starts messing with my people, they call me mama. Mm-hmm. Literally, I mean, yeah, I'm 40, and some of my people are in their 20s and 30s, but at the same time, I get very protective on sites, and if I think things are starting to mess with them, I get very defensive and very protective. So. And
the people that go to these investigations with you, now, these are all people that are trained in this area, or do you take, outsiders that want to go to, say, a jail?
Yeah, we have, I have my team. If we go out to, if we're asked to go to a home or a business that's having activity and they're wanting answers, then we'll go in on a more of a professional level as far as strictly members. If we have other places, there's many places we've gone to so many times that it's nothing to take somebody with us. And then, of course, we also have our meet and greet, or our meetups. And it's basically, have you heard of meetup.com?
No.
Yeah,
okay.
I have.
It's a website you can join for free, and it's different things in your area like painting or Reiki or anything you could possibly think of, people liking, even as far as dressing up into cosplay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have one that is strictly paranormal.
Okay.
And so we take people that usually are not with teams, they're just really curious, and that's when we take them out and we train them. How do you do an EVP session?
Mm-hmm.
How do you photograph? How do you use different types of equipment? How do you download your evidence? How do you conduct yourself when you're actually on an investigation? How to speak to people when you're going to try to set up a location, how to find a site, things like that. So we'll take them out, and then we'll actually take them on investigations. And it's almost like orientation to a new job.
Okay,
yeah. We watch them, tell them how to protect themselves, kind of different levels along that.
Well, that sounds very interesting. I would love to go on one of those.
Well, as far as the PARACON is concerned, are there any going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, so that way Sabina can be there?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. So.
With Atlanta being with so much haunted history, I'm surprised there wouldn't be any kind of actual PARACONs in that area. Have you guys even heard of any around there?
No, I haven't heard of it until I was looking at your website, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Atlanta's just beaming with activity. So there's always a chance of one. It just depends on with me, making sure I have venues, speakers, the money, and everything to get it started because these things are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very expensive to actually have a PARACON. Gallery readings, I know Mary and I have been talking about doing some different ones kind of up along the East Coast and maybe even from Missouri or Mississippi up all the way through. She's got somebody from Canada, I don't know, wanting us to go up there. So.
Now, the next PARACON, what date is it and what location? I think I remember Oklahoma, right? Is it that the next one?
Mm-hmm.
This one coming up is actually weekend after next, and it's in El Reno, Oklahoma. It's a 2-day event. That's our key speaker is Christopher St. Booth. He will be there. The next one in Oklahoma itself will be No, the one we have in 2 weeks actually is a weekend event, but it goes into like a 4-day, because we're starting off with Mary doing a gallery reading in Chickasha, Oklahoma, which is about 45 minutes south of where we're going to actually have the PARACON. That we've had a request to go down there. We're going to follow it with a paranormal investigation. Friday night is our meet and greet at the Deep Deuce Grill, which is a haunted location in downtown Oklahoma City area, in the historic Deep Deuce area, which was actually a segregated area of Oklahoma City originally.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have an investigation following the meet and greet. Then Saturday from 10 to 5 is the conference where people can go. They can hear the speakers, go to the vendor booth. Saturday night is our masquerade ball from 8 to midnight.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's actually at the Haunted Museum where we're investigating. We'll be serving alcohol from the original bar used during the land run here in Oklahoma.
Wow.
So it's from Tent City itself. So we'll be serving from there, and then Sunday we go back to the PARACON. It runs from 10 to 5, but about 3 o'clock I'm taking half of the speakers. We're driving down to Norman to Barnes & Noble for a book signing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very packed weekend.
Definitely. And who are some of the people that are going to be at the PARACON?
Well, I told you about Christopher St. Booth. He's our director, producer. Mary is going to be one of the gallery readers. She'll be doing Saturday. And I have, totally blanked, sorry. I've been running all day, so my mind is literally
Courtney Sides.
Courtney Sides is our other gallery. She's going to be doing that on Sunday.
But she does it with paint too.
Yeah, she does paint, and it's really interesting actually, because she did mine last weekend for me, and it's funny because she draws a picture and then she reads it almost like a tarot card. That's the best way I can explain it. And she drew a tornado, which is hilarious because that's exactly how I keep telling my mind, because she wanted to do a reading on the PARACON and how it was going to go. And she was showing this tornado coming down to the point and then the ground. And she says, you're here and you're grounded. This is everything going on that's just whirling around. I'm like, that's what's happening in my mind 24 hours a day. So
I love that.
It's funny that she hit the tornado, because that's how I keep referring to myself, is I hit the tornado going on. We have Kathy Nance. Oh, she's really good. I loved her. We have Kathy Nance. She's the haunted chef, and she has a Woodlands Paranormal team down in South Texas. Larry Flaxman is an author researcher. He's also going to be doing one of the book signings. Dr. Rita Lee is an author and researcher, and she is also, I don't know if it's psychic or clairvoyant. She does readings too, and she'll be doing the book signing. Martha Decker is a researcher journalist, also, a cop. So she's going to be looking at paranormal from a cop's point of view and how to interrogate, basically. Shelley Wade is radio host and investigator. R.J. Warren is an investigator. He will be doing the redneck investigator, I believe is what his is kind of about. Terry Jones is an author. She will be there. Maria Santos, psychic medium, talking about child psychics. Father Robert Hall, he will be talking about the paranormal and the church. I think that's all of them.
Yeah, you got it.
I got all 12? Okay. Yeah, we have 12 speakers, so we're cramming them into what little time we have.
Yeah.
And then in May, we have Barry Fitzgerald coming from Ghost Hunters International. He will be our key speaker in May.
You have October, too.
Well, she just talked about the PARACON first thing.
Well, with October, I would imagine with Halloween around the corner, that's pretty popular with doing things at that time. Oh, yeah. We have, in October, we're actually going to have 3 things called Night of Fright. One of the clients of mine is Andros Jones. Had to make sure I said that right. He is one of the stars of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And they are celebrating their 25th anniversary for the movie. So we've got Mary and Courtney kind of doing some small gallery readings before.
and then he's going to do his kind of little show he does, and then we're going to show the movie. And during the movie, we're having people jumped out like Freddy Krueger, and then his victims were screaming down the aisle.
That's right up your alley, Pam.
No.
I have rented out. One of the places I've rented is an old school which has a theater in it, the auditorium, and it's extremely haunted. It actually used to be our headquarters for our paranormal team. But it is a community theater, theater now. So we're going to show it there. And then we've also rented out 2 other movie theaters that were built back in the 1920s. And they all have the same ambiance as the 1920s. So it's going to be historic haunted locations that we're actually showing the scary movies in. So they're going to be fun nights.
Most definitely, but you would kill me with these people jumping out. I can't even watch, like, Freddy Krueger movies and that kind of stuff. It's just not my thing.
That's what makes it fun, though. I mean,
no, not for me. I'm sorry, but I know it is for so many others. There's so many people interested in that kind of thing and watch those kind of movies and stuff, but I can't. It's just not something that I could do. I have nightmares about it, literally. So.
Well, I know we also. Yeah.
Why don't you tell them about your my ghost story?
Oh, my ghost story episode?
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot to tell. I mean, I got flown out to L.A. last June. We filmed our segment from my ghost story at a bed and breakfast from Prosperity Bed and Breakfast in Joplin, Missouri. And that was, it was great. It was a great experience. They flew us out. We did our taping there in L.A. Then they flew their cameraman actually out to us, and we filmed up in Joplin at the bed and breakfast. And that aired, I want to say, last November, December time. And it's one of my favorite places. I haven't been able to get back because it's just been kind of crazy this year. But I'm actually going to take Mary back in October, and we're going to do a gallery reading from that location as well as a ghost hunt there. And, Mary, I haven't told you this yet, but we originally had Joplin scheduled for 2 nights. I think I'm going to do one in Joplin because we've got people asking us to go down to Texas. So I think I'm going to pick one of those nights and go down to Texas.
Oh, okay.
We're kind of getting pulled in every direction right now.
Yeah.
The weekend right after that, we've been asked by Oklahoma University, go Boomer Sooner, OU. We're going to be there to do an investigation for them. Last year we were asked to go to OSU, the Oklahoma State University, and this year OU is wanting to film kind of an independent film for their TV station there on campus. And Mary's going to be the guest psychic, and we also have someone joining us from KJ103, the radio station, will be joining us. Multiple news media is going with us. It's just going to be a whole interactive night. We're going to kind of take them on a spooky little investigation. They can see what it's like up front and personal. And then, Mary, your fun thing's the next weekend. You want to talk about yours?
The gallery reading?
No, after that. Spooky, because you'll be at Spooky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to go to Spooky Empire in Orlando, Florida. They've got a horror con going on down there, and I believe they're in their 10th year or their 11th year. And I'm going to be doing galleries there, probably 3 galleries, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was there last year, and it was great. And there's some pictures on my website where you can see some of Spooky.
Wow.
And that one looks fun.
For people to be able to buy the tickets for PARACON, they just go to your website, Tanya?
Yeah, they can go to paranormaltimesmag.com. They can also go to eventbrite.com, and the tickets are listed there as well.
How many total do you have for this year?
I can seat up to 150 in the gallery, in the actual gallery area where people can listen to the speakers. it's a smaller area, unfortunately.